What's up, YouTube? This is Cherie Plays Minecraft, and today we're doing episode 5, which happens to be on Halloween. And with that, I'd like to show you that Mojang, I checked in this morning on my server just to see what was going on, and Mojang, now I'm not going to be able to find any. We'll leave him alone. This is my monster killing area. I used this yesterday and forgot to bring a bow. Don't do that. Skeletons were standing about this close to me, taking pot shots at me. That was a lot of fun. I'll show you around. So this is an experiment. I wanted an early detection system for slime. But this hopper only lights up if there's items in it, rather. Gives off a charge, but it doesn't blink. I wanted blinking. The same with this. So it lights up as long as there's items in it, but you'll notice the light went off. So I wanted something that flashes. Projects. So the reason why I need that is because I have this. I had wanted to make a video where I was going to demolish that right there. But then I decided that it would take too much TNT and that it was a waste of TNT when what I really needed was slime. So I started looking for slime blocks, and lo and behold, there's slime blocks right here. Or rather, this is a slime chunk. So I excavated this hole down to roughly, I believe, level 28, somewhere in there, something like that. The blue wool is the outline of the slime blocks, or slime chunks, 16 blocks each direction. So anyway, I have a slime farm down there, and you can see my iron golem and whatnot. I'll be honest, I didn't do all of this in excavating the hole. Rather, I didn't do all of it in survival mode, particularly the glowstone. A successful slime farm, you have to have everything lit up, and not only was it a big gaping hole, it was super dark at the bottom once I got down there. So yeah, the glowstone, I didn't have all that glowstone. But anyway, so I did manage to excavate a lot of material, and I already had some material because I don't know if you remember, but if you go back and you look at my early episodes of this area, and there was actually this was not level. Like, I have taken away back here a substantial amount of material. I have taken away over here a substantial amount of material, and then this, and then I actually leveled this off up here. This is all different. This, by the way, was where the original well was, and I really like these purple blocks, so yeah, I dropped in here and threw some soul sand in here and lined this with purple blocks because I really like purple blocks. I took out all of the mobile home park that was up here and leveled all of this, and then so I digress. We were running Spigot, I think the last time I checked in maybe, and now you'll notice we're running vanilla, or actually maybe it was in episode 2 that I was running Spigot. Because when I introduced the players' graves in my last episode, I'm pretty sure I was also on vanilla. So we're running vanilla, and in vanilla you can't keep the zombies and whatnot. You can't nerf them, so they will come in and they will like take over your town. So we lost a ton of villagers, so I decided to save them. So I built a room and moved them slowly but surely into this room, and now they're safe. We have double walls, and it isn't pretty, but they can't be killed. Notice double walls. So, and they're all silent, which is wonderful. The only thing I left, like, for the mobile home stuff was this, my house. But, so yeah, this pyramid. So, love the pyramid, but what I really want to put up here is a beacon. But for the beacon, you need end crystals, and we have not been to the end. We are not going to fall in there because we will die. Whoop. So yeah, I want to put a beacon up here, and then we could literally have a mini game in here because it is completely dark in there. And I got to tell you, I fell in this morning and was surprised to see all of the monsters with pumpkin heads, because the pumpkin heads, the jack-o'-lantern heads, give off light, and it's dark in there. So that's how I knew there was something up. So that's one project, by the way. And so then over here, I had fish, but they're all gone. And then over here we have, see, I don't know if I just said it, but we haven't been to the end. And so this is my machine that is going to get us to the end islands, seats 2. And I had a different variation of this, and the observer blocks were located in a different, I think they were facing me. So the eyes were facing me, or the person over here. And the problem was that updating the blocks with the trapdoors was difficult. You had to reach across, and the hitbox for a trapdoor right here was impossible to get to from over here. And the same with over here, the hitbox for that trapdoor. So you could do the one side you were on easily, but to switch it up from where you were sitting was impossible. So I messed around with it for a while and actually gave up. And then yesterday I was watching a video by Izuma where he happened to be out in the end, and he used a flying machine, and it was the exact same machine, except for he had moved his observers so that you can just do that. And then you're off. Now that's, I don't know about you, but that's brilliant. And the fact that it seats 2, even more brilliant. So this is my other project, and that's waiting until we're ready. I know how to build this now, and we have the materials, so I'm just waiting until we have a go-to box for stuff that we need to take into the end. So it's getting dark, so now I'll take you down and show you my other project. So while I was blowing everything up and looking around down here, I found a skeleton spawner. Oh, guess I'm not hungry. And built that out, and originally they came down over here. The problem was that I was using the traditional design where you have the one block gap that doesn't have any water, and now the bubble elevator works such that, oh, there they come, and notice I have the pumpkin heads on. So yeah, I messed around with that for a while and didn't find any resolution, and then I started looking around on YouTube, and lo and behold, somebody else came up with a solution. And you can find it on YouTube, and it's super easy. And you'll notice that I've redone this, and it works like a charm. There's no gap. They don't hesitate. They just come rolling down up. And I even only have 2 blocks, so they go up 21 or 20 and then only over 2 blocks and drop right down here. And I can stand here. I put this here because if I actually stand where this block is, they try and shoot you. And then eventually they end up shooting one another and they kill each other. So if I'm going to stand right here, like AFK, I just sit on the block, and that way they don't try to shoot me. Over here, I've got a trash. Throw some things away. And a pro tip, so I have a bow that has infinity. So I only need one arrow. And what kept happening was my arrows kept stacking. So here's a pro tip. Rename that one arrow to one arrow, and that way they won't stack. So this is really simple. It's got a lever. You can turn it off so that it doesn't, and I prefer to have it off. And this just has a hopper and a dispenser into lava. And that way I can empty everything, all the extraneous stuff that we get over here. So we're going to let these guys pile up because I want to show you the fun. So then over here we have the enchantment table, and I'm completely disgusted with my current, yeah, I think I already have that. So I'm waiting. I don't know. Waiting for it to change. The slime farm, I'm trying to use up materials. The slime farm, you can stand here and watch. And sometimes they spawn. This is a sweet spot. I'm in between 24 and 36 blocks here as well. So I tend to stand like right here and just peek over. I've seen all kinds of things spawn. Creepers, zombies, you name it. And that's lit up to higher than a level 7 as well. And I'm telling you, I've seen creepers spawn down there. I'll take you down there in a second. So anyway, we got two ways. We can go this way. This basically just goes there. And then we go down here. Oops. Yeah. So the glass is here because when I didn't have the glass, I noticed that the zombies were trying, or rather the slimes were trying to go over to this corner right here. And I have investigated this corner and there's nothing there. So in fact, it's accessible. I can get there from inside here. That's how I know there's nothing. But to fix that, I just put the glass there, and that keeps the slime from trying to get in there. So then to connect, or collect rather, the slime balls, once they try and get the golems, I have that minecart with the hopper. Oh, notice I got some obsidian. Same with over here. We've been slowly but surely. This was like chock full of obsidian. It's all gone now, obviously. And then we have this. This is a minecart, and it's going down and grabbing slime balls. You can see we're at, what are we at here? There you go, level 5. So too bad there's nothing here. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to take you back up and show you the one last thing before I go with the spawner, the skeleton spawner. So there were a couple things. One other thing that I changed. Come on, Cherie. One other thing that I changed. You notice that this is too high, or rather too wide. And it's too high here also, but it's also too wide. And that's because there's a single mob cap that can exist in a block. And what I thought about was like, well, how come you can't? So skeletons kind of have a natural tendency to spread out anyway if you put them in an area. So if you notice, some of them spread out into this block. And now what I find is I can sit a little longer and let them pile up more, and they don't die. So I have a bigger mob cap, which is nice. So now let's have a little fun. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. And these guys, they're only going to go up 2 blocks. And they'll be right here. Ooh. Anyway, so that's that. I think that about does it. Oh, let's go to bed. There we go. There's the map. All right. Cleared all this out. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet or what I'm going to do for like floor. I have a whole ton of stone blocks. I had a lot of cobblestone and still have a ton of stone blocks that I haven't actually turned into the bricks. And then with all the granite, same thing, turned it into the polished granite with the goal of like using it. But you know, you have to, unless you put it just on top of whatever you're actually excavating as you put down. So it's difficult to use it all up. I'm working on it slowly but surely. So not entirely sure what to do with all this space. I don't really need anything, but we have a ton of room. But I'm getting there. But so that's it, and I just wanted to show you guys what was up. Hope you have a safe Halloween. Oh, yeah. So one last thing I want to do. I want my own skin, one that I made myself. So that's what I'm doing. And got a lot of projects on the table, and hopefully they'll all pan out and see where we go. All right, take it easy, YouTube. Later.